say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
A soft place to fall. Yeah, a soft place to fall.
We're geared up and ready for another exciting episode of A Soft Place to Fall. We talk so much about the younger generation that's coming up. We've even labeled them as Generation X. No more. We're changing the narrative. They're Generation Next. We have the awesome opportunity to talk with someone who has a great vision to let it slide. We're going to be talking with Laadonis Morgan right here on A Soft Place to Fall. But for now, here's how I'm feeling. I'm glad in God, far happier than you would ever guess. Happy that you are again showing such strong concern for me. Not that you ever quit praying or thinking about me. You just had no chance to show it. Actually, I don't have a sense of needing anything personally. I've learned by now to be quite content whatever my circumstances. I'm just as happy with little as with much as with little. I found the recipe for being happy, whether full or hungry, hands full or hands empty. Whatever I have, wherever I am, I can make it through anything in the one who makes me who I am. I don't mean that your help didn't mean a lot to me. It did. It was a beautiful thing that you came alongside me in my troubles.
A soft place to fall.
A soft place to fall is not just something that's singular for one individual or one group of people. It's for everyone. We have a generation that's coming up that seems to be kind of lost, for better words, and kind of forgotten about, and people tend to look down upon them. And we're talking about the younger generation, but we found someone who has a passion for that, and her passion creates a soft place to fall for that generation that everybody's calling Generation X. But in previous conversations, we found out that they're not Generation X, they're Generation Next.
Yes.
Laadonis Morgan, what an honor and a privilege to have you come and have conversations on the couch with me. How are you?
I am great, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for accepting our invitation. And this is a rare one for me because most of my guests are normally people that I've known for a while, but this is actually our first encounter.
Yes, it
So tell me and our viewers a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Laadonis Morgan. I am the president of S.L.I.D.E. S.L.I.D.E is an acronym for Stop Letting Intense Drama Escalate, and we fight against gun violence and violence in the communities.
Wow, let it slide. I like that. I like that a lot because every letter in there means something to the times that we're living in right now.
Yes.
So how did this vision come about? What prompted you to say, you know what, let me go out and figure out how I can help this generation that everybody thinks is like worthless and they don't have a clue. But that's not necessarily true.
Right.
And you evidently saw something. So what was it that prompted you to do this?
Well, originally we started out as a movement, and the phrase let it slide, which is once again stop letting intense drama escalate, and it was supposed to be just a phrase. So with the younger generation, you know how they say they have different slogans or names. So let it slide was supposed to say, instead of shooting you or instead of fighting, we're gonna let you slide. So I'm not gonna do you anything. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm gonna let you slide this time. So yeah, so Let It Slide started out from that, like I said, a phrase, and then from that point, we were like, well, what can we do to stop the violence? What's really going on in the community? And that's the way we came up with our alternative programs. We have construction program, we have a recording arts program, we have a tutoring program, and we have an entrepreneurship program. And with these programs, we also have a building. We take the youth in and we teach them a trade. We get them off the streets, instead of being in the streets and resorting to gun violence and gang activities and selling drugs. We bring them in, teach them a trade, and give them a job.
This is interesting because in that description of what it is, so many times we say, let it slide. It may have either a negative ideal behind it, or we're just not going to pay attention to it. But you said something very important there. I have always been an advocate. People are always talking about, the violence is out of control, and what are we going to do about it? And nobody's doing anything.
Right.
And you saw an opportunity. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something.
Let's stop having stop the gun violence rallies and stuff. Let's do something and bring some kids in. Now, you mentioned a lot of things that you're offering these youth, and let's kind of go down that list again. And I want to find out exactly how many things. I mean, because you're offering some great things. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, the entrepreneurship opportunity to teach them how to be business owners, how not to be dependent on working for somebody, but some other creative things that you got in there, music and all kinds of stuff. So,
we have the recording arts program. So
okay,
what we do,
recording arts program. Wow. Especially in times that we're in right now. There's so many avenues and platforms that they can go on, and they can go to social media and record all kind of craziness.
Yes.
So what does that really entail?
Well, with the recording arts program is positive music only, which means no cursing, no violence. It's pretty much motivation. And with that, it's a program. We have a director that's over the recording arts program, and it's done in phases. So he would take them in, and we teach them first how to become a recording artist. And the first step is knowing what a recording artist is. And from that phase, we'll go to teaching them how to perform, teaching them how to record music, and we put them in a real live studio.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And at the end of the program, they end up having their own song.
I might need to come over there and get involved in that myself. Can't sing, but I got to do some other things. And I would say the recording, which is really, really good, because we talked a lot about the arts not being taught in schools anymore. And for you opening that platform and offering that opportunity, I think is genius.
Thank you.
Okay. What were some of the other ones?
The construction program.
Construction.
Yes, construction. We have carpentry that fall under construction, and also painting. So when the students come in, or the participants, we teach them construction. Some of them want to come in as painters, some of us want to work with the woodwork, and we take them in, and once again, it's phases. We have a constructor, and we have a curriculum that they follow. So basically, with each program, we start off with a foundational class. They teach them the tools. They teach them what a drill is. They teach them what a saw is. They teach them all the tool work. And then we also teach them safety. Of course, that's most important. We don't want anyone to get hurt. But in the final stage, which is the most important and the best part about it, we link them up with real people who work in that field, and they go out into the community and repair homes, paint homes, and whatever field they want to work in, we put them with that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you can actually teach them, they can go out and get the right resources and build their own homes.
Basically, yes.
Wow. I'm intrigued by the passion and the effort that has been put into each of these things. So we got the music arts, we got construction,
and the mentorship program, mentor entrepreneurship program, which is everyone receives a mentor. So we have high school students, and we have, just students that are lost, participants. We call those participants. And we have, once again, another director, and he's over the entrepreneurship mentoring program. So with that, we take them in, we take the participants in. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? Because a lot of the youngsters, they don't want to work a 9 to 5. They don't want to work and have a boss, but they want to be bosses. Mm-hmm. So basically, we teach them how to be bosses. So if you want to work with mechanics, we link you up with someone in the field that work with mechanics. If you want to do carpentry and painting, we also have two businesses that we work close with, and we link them up to whatever field they want to get into. And if not, if they want to go to school, we help them find what school. If they want to go to college, if some of them need their GED, we help them get their GED. We walk them through the process of everything they need to enroll, and just basically put them on the path to where they need to go.
Wow, this is intriguing, really intriguing to me, because just about all of my guests that come, they have found out that all of the gifts and talents that they have are not necessarily, or definitely not for themselves. They're to share, and we label everything as a soft place to fall, to provide a soft place to fall.
Yes.
And I commend you
Thank you.
on your tenacity and your drive and your professionalism, and seeking out those areas in these young people's lives that they need some enhancement, some encouragement, some education, and things about that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the direction Let It Slide. We'll be going in and perhaps try to figure out what can we do to kind of help let it slide,
Yeah.
right here on A Soft Place to Fall. Are you covered, protected, and prepared? Don't you want to ease your mind by having the confidence that when the time comes, you and your loved ones are protected and insured? It's as easy as picking up the phone and calling licensed life agent Enidra Wells, 225-936-6017. With care and compassion, Enidra will walk you through the entire process of having you and your loved ones covered, protected, and prepared. No exams. Most pre-existing diagnoses are covered. No special requirements. So call today, 225-936-6017, and have the assurance of insurance.
A soft place to fall.
We're here at A Soft Place to Fall, chatting and having conversation on the couch with Laadonis Morgan, the president, the visionary, the driving force behind Let It Slide. Tell me once again, Let It Slide. No, don't tell me, I remember. Tell everybody else, what does Let It Slide mean?
Let It Slide means, the acronym for SLIDE is Stop Letting Intense Drama Escalate, and we fight against violence and gun violence in every community.
Intense drama, stop letting it escalate.
Yes.
Now, we mentioned several of the different things that the organization creates and helps our young people with. And you mentioned tutoring.
Yes. We also have a tutoring program, which is the after-school tutoring, also on-campus tutoring. We go out to the schools and we try to catch those who are falling behind, who are not passing, and kind of catch them up to where they need to be, to put them on level, to put them, to where they can graduate, because the percentage of graduation these years are 79% of our students here in Baton Rouge are graduating. So we try to go in and catch them before, they fall off too far where they can't graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we tutor them for 2 hours after school, and we also tutor students at our building. They come to the building, we give them 2 hours of tutoring twice a week.
Wow. And that is in itself doing a whole lot more than helping them in their educational field. It's keeping them off the streets.
Yes.
Because so many times we see them once they get off the bus, they're running them down the street, getting into stuff they ain't got no business getting into, or just standing idle on the corner, which is very disturbing and can be kind of intimidating to a lot of people.
Yes.
But it's a great thing that you guys have such a passion for seeing. How did this vision, I know we talked about earlier in our conversation how it all came to be and what you saw, but there had to have been something in the course of the whole conception of this that prompted you said, no, I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to stop listening to what other folks are saying, and I'm going to do something. What was that driving force, if I may ask?
My husband,
She's
actually.
smiling. She's smiling. I asked the right questions.
My husband was actually the one who really looked back over his life and said, if I had this coming up, or if I had that growing up, I wouldn't have went through the things that I went through. Meaning he wouldn't have, been incarcerated. He wouldn't have been shot. Maybe he wouldn't have been a convicted felon. If I had this type of mentorship, if I had these resources, maybe my life wouldn't have been where it was then. But thank God where it is now, he reached that point to where it's like, what can we do? What can we do? So like I said, it started out as a movement. It was just, different places, different locations, traveling, getting the word out, letting them know, young people, we're here, giving them a soft place to fall, where they can come and talk to, who they can come and talk to, and let them talk to someone who has been in their shoes, someone who was raised by a single parent, someone who wasn't that well or wasn't that well educated in school to where he had the assistance that he need, to be the best in school. So with that, he really looked in his heart, and me, I always had a passion for the young people. I worked for EBR schools for almost 12 years, and students have always been my passion. And it's more so they're innocent, they're lost. They only can do and, exemplify the things that we teach them. They come in as empty canvas.
Right.
It's our job as adults to paint them, to help them, to mold them, to shape them. So with that being said, my husband actually, started out with the driving force of, I don't want them to go through what I went through. So we started out from there, and like I said, it started out as a movement, and we wanted to do something more. What can we do? What can we put in place? What did you need that you didn't get when you was coming up? What did I need that I didn't get when I was coming up? So together we came up with Let It Slide.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you mentioned your husband, Reggie, because I knew him, but I had never had the opportunity of meeting you. And I remember Reggie years ago. He and I actually put together a teen talk show.
Yes.
And I kind of saw something in him that made me know that greater things were on the horizon. I didn't know what. I didn't know he'd be meeting you, who has the same passion, and join your forces and create this wonderful movement.
Yes, sir.
So, and I know that the vision is not just local.
No, it isn't.
I know that there's more to come. So, where are you going to take Let It Slide?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because right now we're in a process of getting a bus, and we want to get a bus, and with that bus we're gonna, make it a Let It Slide bus, and we're gonna travel. And with that, it's gonna be on the movement side. We're gonna put the word out, pass out flyers, and travel from city to city, and eventually states, because we want to go to Atlanta. That's one of the big things that he really, really wants to do. Something about Atlanta that he just have a passion for. So that's the next thing that we're going to do. Work on getting the bus and travel and just getting the word out, because violence is not just here in Baton Rouge. No. It's nationwide, so we want to reach as many as we can to, get the word out and let them know you don't have to result in violence. What can we do to help you? What is the problem? We also offer the social skills and life skills. How to manage anger, how to work with people, how to get along with people. We teach them coping skills, because a lot of kids, they've been through some things. They have been through drama, parents on drugs, just everything. It's just everyone comes from different backgrounds, so we try to reach as many as we can in whatever capacity that we can.
Yeah, and there's so much, like you said, there's so much that this generation is going through that well, I'm not going to say we, because I'm much older than you, that I never would have had to even think about.
Right.
Going to school, being bullied, and social media has opened up, and opportunities for people to not be as nice as they should be.
Right.
And one of the things that I find very interesting about your vision and your passion is that you're reaching them where they are.
Yes.
So many times we find ourselves just looking down and not realizing, well, this is something that I don't understand. Let me listen to them and find out what's really going on with them, and what can I do to help the situation. Mental illness and awareness is real key
Yes.
to this generation that's coming up. They're having to deal with things, like I said, that we couldn't even fathom.
Right.
You know, going to school and violence in the schools, and going home, and then you living in a home that is torn up.
Yes.
You know, I hate to say it that way, but there are a lot of things, and like you say, you're meeting them where they are. Each of them have something different going on, and to have someone like you guys listening to them and find out what is it that what you need,
Right.
what can I do to help, is very admirable.
Thank you.
Very admirable. We're going to talk a little bit more about how we can get everybody involved in letting it slide and bring this whole vision to a great manifestation right here on A Soft Place to Fall. Laadonis Morgan, oh my God, what
Thank
an
you.
incredible guest. We'll be back.
A soft place to fall.
We're back here at A Soft Place to Fall, talking with Mrs. Laadonis Morgan, and we didn't mention it's actually three of us on the couch right now. She's expecting, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I know
Thank
that
you.
we pray a very special blessing
Thank
on the
you so
beautiful
much.
child that you're carrying.
Yes,
And
thank you.
He or she, I don't
He.
know, I'm not going
He.
to dab into He.
Yes.
Oh, she already knows
Reggie
the
Jr..
gender. Well, congratulations to you and
Thank
your
you.
husband.
Thank you.
I'm so delighted that there is someone or some people who have that same passion, because we look at it all the time. We see it on the news,
Yes.
and it can be very heart-wrenching and heartbreaking to see some of the things that our young people are going through, and to have the vision to let it slide and make a difference in these people's lives is impactful. So we've already talked about what you're doing. We talked a little bit about what your plans to do, but we didn't go into any details about how we can make it happen. Of course, there are viewers and people who are watching and want to know, what can I do to kind of help in a situation like this? You obviously already have an incredible staff of people, because I know that as driven as Reggie is and as driven as you obviously are, I know that you've got to have a team.
Yes.
You've got to have a team. So there are probably some opportunities for some people to come on board and kind of help with the vision, share their gifts, their talents, their
Yes.
treasures. How can they do it?
Well, how can you do it? I would like to direct everyone to our website, which is www.letitslidebr.com. And on there, you'll find more information about us, our business, what we do, what we plan on doing, upcoming events. You can also donate, but we'll give you more details as to what you can do to help to support us. We're all looking for partners and also business partners. So check out our website. Once again, that's www.letitslide.com.
Wow. And I bet there's some employment opportunities there too.
Yes. Yes.
There's some employment opportunities.
And also volunteer.
And volunteer,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But it's amazing that, and how long has this been?
Let It Slide's been around since 2019.
2019, it's still in its incubating
Yes,
stages.
yes, it is.
And what you have done has been so admirable, and what your goals are even more incredible. Share with me, because of course I'd be crazy not to ask this question since I have you here. Tell me one of You don't really have to go into any intricate details about what it was. But I get the sense and the urge that there was someone or something or some young person that came to you guys that you were or just so delighted to see where they started out with you guys and where they are. I love it when they smile because it means I'm right on point.
Well, we actually had a young man. He was incarcerated. He went to jail very, very, very young. His dad kind of raised him, and he and Reggie were very good childhood friends. But he ended up going to jail over a murder or attempted murder, and he did some years. So he spent most of his childhood incarcerated. But long story short, once he got out, some type of way he connected back with my husband, ran across him, and my husband was of course glad to see him. And from there he asked him, what's going on, what are you doing, how's life? And he basically didn't have any direction. He was a boxer. It was many things that he wanted to do, but my husband was more so, what is it that you want to do out of all the things that you're doing? So it was a few things that he wanted to do and couldn't really pick from, and he stuck with boxing and as well as recording music. So he's in a positive rapper now. So we're working with him. We took him in. He have his album coming out. We having a release party coming up soon, so you can find that on our website as well.
You better get an
And
invitation,
he also, yes, you will. And he's also he got him into the plant. So he worked with air conditioner. He sent him to school, got his LLC, but he ended up going to the plant, and he's now married, and they're expecting as well. So
Wow.
that was one of them. I'm like, wow, we could do that and change his life. How many more can we change?
Right. And that's so very important that a lot of people, you're not going to reach everybody.
Right.
But if you can reach one and you can actually sit back and go, thank God we got that one
Yes.
before the enemy got a hold of them. It's so incredible. I am truly proud, and you be sure and tell Reggie that I am so proud of him, and of course you, and the vision and the drive is just so incredible. About it's like you have this intense passion that, oh, I'm not gonna let this happen.
Right.
I'm not gonna let me go get them. Let me figure out what we can do about
Yes.
this. So for our viewers that are out there listening, I know that there's somebody that has found themselves in a position where they're lost, they're confused, they're on the verge of giving up, feeling hopeless. What would you say to that individual to get them into this program?
What I would tell them is, you're not alone. You're not the only one who is lost. You're not the only one who's confused. And just like you just said, it's a lot of people out there. And with a personal experience, we had a close relative, family member who, felt that way. And I feel like if we could have said more, did more, things wouldn't have ended the way they ended. But we are here. We're out in the communities. Reach out to us. Visit our website, www.letitslidebr.com. Check out our Facebook page, our Instagram, same letitslidebr.com on Facebook and also Instagram. But you're not alone. It's hope. It's someone out there who can help you. If not us, I'm pretty sure God will send someone along the way to help you and meet your needs. But just know that you're not alone. You're not in here by yourself.
I hope you got that. If you didn't, like I said all the time, rewind and listen to it again. It's so important that we reach out to this generation that everybody seems to have thrown away. And you may be mentoring or just holding conversation with the next president, the next doctor, the next lawyer,
Yes.
the next preacher, the next teacher, the next entrepreneur. I am so happy that you have taken time out of obviously a very busy schedule. We want to get out of here because we don't want to go in labor while we're here. But I am so grateful and thankful that you came and shared this information with me. And here at A Soft Place to Fall, we're opening the doors. Whatever we can do to help make this vision manifest and be greater than we could ever imagine. Please, let's stay in touch. You know, I can only see greatness.
Thank you so much. And I am so happy to be here. And thank you for this opportunity and this chance.
Right here at A Soft Place to Fall, I've been holding incredible conversations on the couch with Laadonis Morgan, CEO, visionary, everything behind Let It Slide. Make sure you support this vision.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be back to wrap things up right here on A Soft Place to Fall. Like, comment, and subscribe to what? A Soft Place to Fall with Kerwin Fielding YouTube channel. See you soon.
A soft place to fall.
Thanks for joining us for another incredible, awesome episode of A Soft Place to Fall. God is moving, and we're so grateful for the opportunity. It's one of my favorite segments of the show, and it is, of course, I'm going to tell God on you. You know how when you were a kid, you did something you had no business doing, and your siblings would always say, oh, I'm going to tell on you. Pretty much the same format, but this time around, I'm flipping the script. I'm telling God on people who are doing incredible things and not getting much recognition, but I tell God on them so that God can and will bless them for what they do. This time around, we gotta switch it up. I'm gonna tell God on y'all. There's a group of young ladies who saw a need in the community, and they invested their times, their talents, their resources in helping those who have fallen short and have fallen on hard times, and they found a way to give them a soft place to fall. Cherie, Shannon, Evelyn, Scarlett, Nina, Miko, Renita, and Carla, collectively known as the Queens of the Bayou, they go out and they collect these wonderful things that people in despair need. Basic things that you probably wouldn't even think twice about. They do that, they package them up, and then they feed those who have fallen on hard times. Queen Beautiful, Queen Independent, Queen Black, Queen Dylan, Queen Bailey, Queen Cajun, Queen Scarlet, Queen Red. I'm going to tell God on you all. If you have someone and you like me to be a snitch, tattletale, whatever you want to call it, feel free to email me their information. You can do that at my personal email, kerwinfielding, KERWIN.FEALING.com, and I'll tell God on them for you.
Hey, what up, everybody? I'm Melvin Williams, and you're watching A Soft Place to Fall with The Voice.
A soft place to fall.
Right here at A Soft Place to Fall, we talk a lot about where we can go when things get a little bit too challenging. Generation Next is what we're calling this generation now. It's no longer Generation X. I had the awesome opportunity to talk with Laadonis Morgan, who's the visionary behind something incredible, Let It Slide, offering our young people a soft place to fall. So as we go forward, I want you to do me a favor. Keep pressing toward the mark of the high calling, which is in Christ Jesus, saints of God. Only what you do for Christ will last. Find your soft place to fall.
A soft place to fall. A soft place to fall.